I'm Sam Johnson. I'm from Balboa High School. And I'd like to ask the candidates, what would they do about the situation at my school where there's hardly any electives? And I was wondering the first step you would take in initiating that.
Well, first of all, with the economic crisis, we really have to start budgeting more. But in my opinion, electives are one of the things that we should be trying to keep the most. The visual and performing arts and other elective classes are some of the most important classes that students will be taking, or my peers will be taking, during the course of their life as a student. There are councils called the student site councils at every school, and how they operate is they have, if there's any extra money that the school has, they'll distribute it as they see fit, and this is based on a number of votes and what have you. And getting students on things like the student site council will greatly improve if the student, like the student voice in the school. If the students want to have more electives, it'll be easier, and probably will have more electives if students are on the student site council. So yeah.
Well, I think most schools get electives from funding, and so if they could get the student site council, which is in charge of getting that, and which is in charge of procuring grants, then that would definitely be the first step in getting them electives. Another way is that they could try to have more PR for campaign for capital PR, so they could, ask people for donations more in alumni. So.
Actually, a lot of schools don't have as many electives, and there's a possibility that there are ways to get electives, but people don't want to look into it because financially and then the support of the students. But the thing we need to do is talk to the student site council and try to get more electives. I mean, there's so many electives that were in the San Francisco Unified School District that are not in it anymore. And I think that's just ridiculously wrong because, I mean, we need choices for elective credit.
Well, with there being so few electives, I would go to the people that handle electives. So that would be the school site council. That's who I would go to at my school, and as to my knowledge, there's a school site council at every school. So I would definitely talk to the school site council about getting these electives, and also talk to students and find out what electives they would want at their school.
Hi, my name is Tina Powell. I'm a senior at Abraham Lincoln High School, and I would like to ask the student delegates what would be the first thing they would do to lessen the violence on public transportation.
Violence on public transportation has been a problem in our city for quite a long time. It affects our students, it affects almost everyone. The first thing that we could do to try to change this violence is on public transportation is change the amount of violence in our schools. By trying to get maybe more strict violence prevention codes, it would help kind of soothe what's going on the bus, but also educate students into letting people know what violence can lead to, what can happen, just kind of open people's eyes to really what's going on. You will get your X factors on the bus that you can't prevent in your schools, like crazies off the street, or people who just, are looking to start trouble. In terms of that, we have to deal directly with Muni, and the most effective way to deal with Muni would probably be to petition or something and get a whole bunch of people to say, well, we need safer buses, and maybe Muni can install better security, more cameras, maybe some more security the security officers on the buses and stuff like that, and maybe around very popular bus stops, very bustling hubs.
The first thing I would do to lessen the violence on public transportation would be to get petitions from students and figure out exactly what issues with violence they have, and then bring it to people in charge of municipal transportations.
I think public transportation, there's a lot of kids that go to use public transportation, but I'm not sure if high schools do this, but I remember my middle school, we had like our private mini buses that ran one route, and they would help like get the students to all their locations. It's kind of like a school bus, but not exactly, because it would follow a mini route. So that's a good idea. And the people that work for MTA I don't think they're really helpful because they really just check fares and that's it. They don't really do anything else. And I mean, yeah, security, that I don't think they're gonna help either.
Well, the people that run the public transportation in San Francisco, that's MUNI. So as students, what we can do is we can all communicate with each other, petition, and get some quotes from students and get some voices directly heard. Go straight to MUNI and talk to them about the problem and say, hey, this is what students feel about violence on the bus systems. And students really think it's a problem and we should do something about it.
Hi, my name's Tim Crowley. I'm from Lowell High School. In this upcoming technological era, how would you ask the school board to further advance technology in our schools?
Technology is going to be one of the most important things in our coming years. Within the past 10, 15 years, what we can do technologically has increased exponentially. Opening more and more various technology classes will really help all students out with their career choices. Informational technologies become a bustling hub, web design, all of that kind of stuff is going to be awesome. And it's not only that to prepare us for our future, but it's becoming an integral part of what we do as students. Having school-wide Wi-Fi would extremely help out kids, Being able to check your email from a laptop that hopefully we could be able to get to you for free or a reduced price by working with companies and manufacturers. Not only that, but e-book readers, like electronic book reading devices, will not only help us minimize the amount of paper that we have to carry around, but reduce the amount of paper that we have to use, probably saving about a bunch of trees every year. So not only would that be a great technological investment, but also one in the future of our ecosystem.
Again, you go to the Student Site Council and ask for grants. I think that smart boards are a great thing. Those would definitely be helpful, and computers in general would be great.
My perspective in my school, we don't have enough computers, and in this technological era, I mean, everyone has to know and learn how to use a computer, because if you don't know how to use the internet or any program on the computer, then you're not gonna be able to do anything in life, and that's really important. Also, that we need to have as many computers as possible in our schools.
We are in an age of great technological advancement, and I believe that these technologies can really help us in our education day to day and throughout the school years. So to get the school board to help, definitely we would have to talk about money going into this, and really convince the district how important it is, how beneficial these technologies could be to students, and how important this could be in terms of revolutionizing education.